Okay, a little bit scuffed on the actually showing with the music video or music that we were using for the opening. But anyway, hey there everyone, welcome. My name is Ruka and welcome to another Blue Archive stream. A little bit earlier than expected. Hi Salty, hi Henry, hi Workshop, hi GNG. Excuse me for the lack of background music. I don't think we'll be using it here. Well, actually, I might turn it on just a little bit. And it's not on. There we go. Hey, Rattel, also welcome. So, yeah, for me, it's a crazy morning. For some people, it's been a crazy early morning, evening. I'm not exactly sure what time I'm not sure what time the stream aired for the announcements and stuff, but we gotta talk about it. And I wasn't expecting to do another Blue Archive stream 2 days in a row, but here we are because we need to talk about it a little bit. Hey, the cats, welcome. So I'll just preface this by saying I did not watch the live stream because I was in bed. I didn't want to get up and I wanted to keep on sleeping. Normally, what I do on a Sunday, at least the past few months, Sunday mornings I do Japanese review streams or review Japanese learning games. Didn't do that today because I was supposed to be doing something else, as in make thumbnails, actually do the laundry, which I just realized I forgot to take stuff out of the laundry. I'll deal with that later. Maybe even cook, though I'm not cooking today. I'll cook tomorrow instead. And what else was I supposed to do? I finally renewed the lease on my apartment, so that's nice. I haven't renewed my personal license for work. I gotta do that next month. What else do I have to do? A bunch of other stuff, including actually get through my backlog of kanji reviews that's been piling up the entire week, which is up to 600 right now, and I really can't do that because of several things that's happened to me. Anyway, hey Panzer, hey yuichi, it's dropping by to say hi. Wi-Fi kun is dead today, so I'm gonna leave for now. Okay, thanks for dropping by. Thank you. I am doing okay otherwise. But yeah, just basically saying this stream was not planned whatsoever, and this stream was supposed to be. I mean, I could have waited to talk about this on Tuesday when we do have our regular Blue Archive stream. However, I feel like we need to talk about this now. Thoughts on 3.5? A lot of unexpected stuff and a few stuff that we did talk about yesterday that actually more or less came true. Amongst which is the Arius summer banner. But remember when we talked about yesterday the possibility of having Shiroko Terror in the banner? Hold up, let me take this out. Let me take this out for now. Remember when we're talking about the Shiroko Terror might be in the banner yesterday, just yesterday? Yeah, about that. She's here now, guys. Also, apparently we're calling this one Hoshino Prime. I don't know where the prime came from. I don't know if that's actually in the kanji for Hoshino, but okay, there it is. But, you know, the one thing that wasn't going to be coming out anytime soon was Fox Squad, because apparently they're still in jail. So Fox Squad is still in jail. They're not going to be playable until they get out of jail, which is probably not going to happen until after Chapter 3 of Volume 4. So that's going to happen eventually. And the other thing is, Seiya is also still not playable. Right. Hence the background right now, which I will link the Twitter post where I got that from, because all the pictures you're gonna be seeing today are either gonna be from YouTube that other people were really nice to compile everything that's happened, as well as some fan art and some memes off of Twitter, because that's where all the memes come from, obviously. Funny thing is, I was joking about Hoshino being a festival character with the Blue Archive cat, And it actually happened. Yes, it did. It's actually called Hoshino Tactical, but I think a few people call it Hoshino Prime. Um, which either way, I am for it. But if we're talking about true Hoshino Prime would be first year Hoshino, wouldn't it? So so I still don't know why Hoshino suddenly decided to like stop playing around and actually started getting serious. We'll find that out once that chapter rolls around, but still, it's amazing that we actually do get that version of Hoshino right after she turns terror. Which I think there was also a splash somewhere I saw that the next chapter of Abydos, chapter 4 of Abydos, is coming soon. So they're working on it right away after the gigantic cliffhanger in chapter 3. So that's actually happening too, I think. Seiya Bros and life support always. Always. Seems my theory that Seiya will be playable in EOS is correct. Oh, please don't say that. I mean, I feel like that's gonna happen, but please don't say that. I, we'll probably get Seiya Terror first before that happens. Maybe. Feeling when Seiya plays, learns she's not playable at all. Sara and Oji-san in this is so great. Yeah, you know what? We still haven't looked at the at the PV for this. We'll take a look in a bit. We're just catching up right now. Combat uniform for Hoshino. You know what? I think I haven't really seen all the details for this new Hoshino variant. But apparently she has two modes, an offensive and a defensive mode. Don't know exactly how it works, but that's pretty interesting. I mean, if you think about it, Dress Hina also has two modes: a single target mode, I believe, and a spread fire mode, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I thought she has a similar mechanic. It's just not defense and offense. Let's see. They say Hoshino Prime since in her combat uniform like her second year. Ah, yeah. I mean, she does have her second year hairstyle with it also, so it kind of makes sense. I think I'll be pulling at least for all of the limiteds on that banner, which means I have a lot of saving I need to do, and I will be very broke pyroxene wise by the end of that. Shiroko Terra. New part of main story literally releases tomorrow. Wait. Are we actually getting the new Abydos chapter tomorrow? I mean, not all of it, obviously, but we're gonna get part of it tomorrow. Is that correct, or is that in JP? Oh, JP. Okay. When is Global gonna get the first bits of chapter 3? Because I don't actually know when the release schedule is. I'm assuming it's not tomorrow because we're getting Dress Hina, so it's probably going to be a little bit afterwards. After Dress Hina? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Two modes you can switch before you start any type of. Oh, so you have to decide beforehand. Interesting. While screaming in terror right now. Yeah, the thing about being JP is that you get everything first. The good thing about being JP is you get everything first. The bad thing about JP is you also get everything first. So if you're not savvy about saving your pyroxenes, you're gonna be opening up the wallet and using that credit card and literally be draining your own life support system. Which, some people are used to that and some people would rather see how they do free to play like me, because I use the money for other things that I need and not gacha. Though I don't think when was the last time I actually spent money on gacha? I think it was when I was still in Reverse 1999. Which Reverse 999 by itself isn't a bad game, it's just, I just wish they had a skip function. That would make things a lot better. Anyway. New minigame event in JP server will be like Arc Knights. Oh, interesting. When prologue for chapter wait. During Fest is when prologue for chapter 3 comes. Abydos starts after Hina event. We'll probably get what they just announced in February. Yeah, because it's 6 months, right? Good part being global or NA we can plan. The bad part being global NA we have we have, well, we don't have to, being part of global doesn't mean, the bad part of being global is not that we have to plan, is that we have to wait. Because you're seeing everything in JP and it's literally seeing into the future, and it's literally having to wait before, like some months before it gets to us. The good news is it's only 6 months, roughly. But the bad news is it's still 6 months you have to wait. So yes, that's also kind of bad for a lot of people. I mean, not bad per se, as in like it's actually bad, and it's bad more like the anticipation is killing me, and then 6 months later something else is coming. But this is pretty big as far as news is concerned. Remember also yesterday when we mentioned about Shiroko Terror, someone in chat was saying it'd be kind of bad for newbies because it would spoil the story. Well, I guess so, but she's also limited. But also, it really would only spoil the story if you see her in support or in PvP. Other than that, oh wait, Atsuko is actually free for this thing. Oh, nice. Well, I mean, to be fair, Shiroko Terra does also show up in the prologue, so it's not necessarily her existence is spoiled. She is there. She is literally there in the prologue of the game. You just don't have any idea what she's about, unless you go into her Momo talk, and that's a little bit different. You don't have her name, I suppose. I guess if you go into her Momo talk out of order, then yes, okay, you'll probably get something. Speaking of which, I guess I want to show some fan art first before we actually go into the PVs, though I think we should go to the PVs first too. Wait, let me make sure I get the right one before I show it. Right. One of the things I saw on Twitter is this thing. Hey, Hoshino has two limited versions, so does Hina. But who has more? Who has more? Shiroko indeed is the main character of Blue Archive. Let's not forget that, everyone. Did you find the Saki image you were talking about? Yes, I did, and it wasn't as bad as I thought, but it was still pretty bad. It was still pretty bad. She is the poster girl for a reason, and we need more Shirokos. I mean, the fun. I don't know when this bike thing comes up in the live stream, but I think the bike thing. Let me double check here. Is this? Well, I guess we can do this one next. But hey, now we have two Shirokos to worry about robbing a bank, right? So actually, Shiroko Terror with the original mask. At least she's not going to be tied down to a school. Though, if you think about it, Shiroko's Terror is either going to be the first unaffiliated student you get, or she's going to be tied with Abydos, which probably kind of makes more sense. Unless you count the Miku and the Railgun characters as being unaffiliated to the school, but maybe we don't count the collabs, I don't know. Let's see. We need more Shirokos. Turns out the 7-day login for the fest. It comes out in the 7-day login for fest. Oh, okay. Who's the favorite child? Hoshino has been a fest character twice now. I mean, favorite character twice. It's between that and actually Shiroko getting more variants than everyone else. I mean, you can have like a full team of Shiroko. Almost a full team of Shiroko. It does say Abydos in her banner. Okay, so she's still considered as part of Abydos then. Probably joining Abydos in the new chapter. How weird would it be to actually have two Shirokos in the same place? I don't think Ayana's blood pressure can handle that. And Ayana is like only what, 17 years old or something like that? Or 16? Yeah, I don't think she can handle that. Official recruitable adult. Is she officially an adult? I mean, I guess she technically graduated forcefully, but maybe that's not beside the point. Is Ayani 15? Okay. I keep messing these ages. So, anyway. But yeah, I just found it funny seeing Shiroko with a mask, or Shiroko Terror with a mask. Though I think there was a comparison between the halos. I don't have the particular picture for this. It seems like there is a comparison between Shiroko Terror when you first meet her, and then Shiroko Terror now, and it seems her halo is a little bit more fixed than it used to be. It's still black, obviously, and she still looks the way she does, obviously. But it seems a little bit more mended than before. I don't know if that means anything or that's just an art upgrade. I can't really tell. If we find the comparison, we'll look into it a little bit more. There is no mention of Shiroko ages Terror. It's probably a question mark. I mean, Shun is obviously an adult. Probably the same age as Sensei, which is probably early 20s if we have to give a number to it. But she's not saying for some odd reason, okay? For some reason, she's not saying. She still looked pretty young right before turning to Terra. Do you think the Terra transformation just jumps them to a random age? In Shiroko's case, it aged her up, and in Hoshino's case, I have no idea. Did it age her down or did it age her up? I can't really tell. Maybe she's about the same. Beta Shun's age was 23 or 24. Yes, I think I read that somewhere before, or maybe someone mentioned it in chat yesterday. But we take that as a grain of salt because it is beta, and beta isn't final. Though it might give an idea of how old she actually is. So, yeah, grain of salt right there. True form of the god in Blue Archive universe anyway, which, you know, is pretty fair. You can't tell because she's so flat as a board. Don't roast her any more than she's probably roasted before she turned Terror. Like, I don't see anyone else around there except for Hina at the time, but still, I feel like she got roasted internally and she couldn't take it anymore. So, roasting her further is probably ouch. Anyway, what else did I have here? Oh yeah, apparently she also gets a bike, right? I did see a version of Shiroko. I'm just gonna call her Big Shiroko because I like saying that better. Big Shiroko gets a bike, and apparently she also has it as a furniture, if I'm not mistaken. This looks like a furniture piece that you can get eventually, as well as there was one fan art. This is just fan art. It actually shows her in a school uniform, but with a different kind of bike. So that'd be interesting. Did you see the little bit of live 2D in her banner? I haven't yet looked at any of the PVs for any of the characters. We're actually gonna get into that here. I've just been what do you call this? Not necessarily stalling, getting sidetracked of doing that and just going right into the discussion. And I got sidetracked into talking about Shiroko Terror, which I was intentionally supposed to save until the last, but didn't. But it's also kind of interesting to me though. I think they showed this. They might have shown this, that if you pick Shiroko up, she does the same thing, both big and small form, in the lineup. So it's like, wow, okay, some things don't change apparently. That one included. That one included. You know, as far as let's see. Oh, we'll get to the Seiya Salt later, though we did tap into it a little bit. Let's go ahead and check out a little bit of the PV, because I think we should have started with the PV before we went in all of that. Okay, let's do this then. All right, I'll pause when we need to.
海もアルバイトも知らないことだらけだ。胸が高鳴る。
Actually, DJ Saori. Wow. Okay. I want to talk about this a little bit when we get back to this.
いい写真撮れるかな。先生、笑って。
We get free Atsuko! That's actually pretty neat! That just means we have to get the rest of Arias at this rate. So that's the PV for the summer event. But we don't see Shiroko and Hoshino in this one. I guess they have their own separate PVs. And I think I have that lined up somewhere. Before we do that, before we get into that though, yes, Chen from Arknights. I saw one or two different what do you call this? I saw one or two different fan arts of that, and I didn't realize the background music for the chat was still playing. I do kind of want to talk about this a little bit. Excuse me? Okay, so we have apparently we got a new Sukeban character for the event. They seem to like to make trouble wherever they go. But I think the interesting thing here is that, do you see this ridiculous amount of muscles on her? I think this is the first in Blue Archive ever, actually. Okay, for anyone who's played Limbus Company or seen a little bit of Limbus Company, you might know where I'm coming from this one. She looks a little bit like Rhodia from Limbus Company. If you don't know what she looks like, let me pull it up really quick. Let me pull this up. Rhodia, Limbus Company. It's a little bit different. She's not muscly, but she's got more or less the same proportions. Let's see. Well, it says Rodion, but we're gonna. Gosh darn it! I have to click through so many things just to get said picture. Let's see. Copy. Duplicate. Copy, duplicate. We are going. This is Rodion, except now I have to fix the thing. Stretch it out. There we go. There we go. See my bookmarks. Okay, kind of similar. Do you kind of see where I'm going here? They kind of look similar in features a little bit. That was my first thought when I saw her, but I know for sure it's more or less a coincidence. I mean, you can only design characters so many different ways. Though I think she might, if any of them plays Limbus Company, they probably might have taken a few references here and there. I don't know. Watch her age only be 17. I would be surprised if she was younger, to be honest. I mean, I don't know if we get any ages for any mob characters, but we can assume all the JTF mobs are first years, and I guess Koharu is no exception. She is technically a JTF mob with a face, but I don't think she even needs a gun. She's got guns on her arms already. Look at that. The muscles are ridiculous. And muscles in Blue Archive this would be a first. I feel like this would be a first. So I think some characters may actually have abs, but they don't have biceps like this. This is a little bit different. Yeah. Did she beat Sora in the forehead size? I actually cannot tell. Probably not. Looks like steroid abuse. I don't like it at all. Well, we'll see what happens when we actually get this. Yeah, I mean, Rabu at least is on the cute side, right? But yeah. Anyway, so swimsuit. Now technically, Saori is DJing, but they also call this in the banner the swimsuit version. Even though I don't think even in her live 2D it shows her with the swimsuit. The thing about Misaki though in this case is you don't actually get Misaki in a swim. You don't get her in the banner at all. So they're gonna probably save it for next time. You know that's how it's gonna happen, right? Yeah. I think for. I mean, Misaki with what's up with this swimsuit and long jacket combo. I don't think I've seen that before. It's not a bad look. It's not a bad look, but you're at the beach. That's gotta be hot. Unless it's like really, really thin, just like Atsuko's jacket, and I guess also Hiyori's jacket. Cardigan? Nah, cardigans I feel like a little bit thicker. Don't want to wait a year and a half to get swimsuit Misaki. You're gonna have to wait a year and a half to get swimsuit Misaki because that's what they're gonna do. Really like BA swimsuits are simpler compared to other gachas. Seems very fine. Then adding all those bells and whistles. I mean, it really depends on what you're going for, but I think as far as design-wise, Blue Archive has going for it. It's that overall the design is simpler, and I think we have these tendency in other games these days to over-design things, like especially in. I don't know if it's necessarily a Chinese game thing, but I feel like most Chinese games tend to over-design their characters. If you if you compare them to most of the Korean games anyway. Like if you look at Nikkei, fairly simple design overall. If you look at Limbus Company, fairly simple design overall. But Blue Archive is probably on that same thing where less is more. At least that's what I'm getting. And you know what? If you don't need to, if the thing is, the outfit isn't really the thing that should be making like the character. It's the character themselves. The outfit just is as an accent, as far as I'm concerned. A little bit confused when they revealed Saori and Atsuko because how tame they are. Really? I mean, we got a little bit of their outfits in the, was it the 4.5 PV? Was it the 4.5 PV? So it shouldn't be too much of a surprise, but it's nice. It's nice. They can still do a lot with this. We'll look into the individual PVs. I'm just scanning right now through this particular one. There's really nothing I have to point out, though. Apparently, there's something about this pink-haired mob character in the background over here that people have been pointing out about. The one with a cell phone. I'm not exactly sure what her deal is, but she's basically a Instagrammer with food and stuff, I guess. And some people have taken notice because she showed up in a previous picture, and now she's here again in the crowd. I don't know. Wait, if someone has a better comparison, then we can take a look at that. Oh, it was the 5th PV. Okay. Yeah, Hiyori. We got to talk about Hiyori a little bit. Less is more is easier for doing cosplay and making art for them. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it is. Less is more is easier for cosplay in general. Okay, so we'll start with some of the banners. Forgot who this one was. Oh! This is the PV for Shiroko and Hoshino.
ブルーアーカイブさあ行こうヨースターアビドス高等学校砂狼シロコ先生また会ったねブルーアーカイブこれからよろしくね
Oh wait. Oh, that's everyone.
少し DJ の練習をしたんだもし時間があったら聞いてってくれブルーアーカイブアツコも一緒にヨースター先生海は楽しいです
I didn't realize they had all the other PVs in there, but we are gonna look at individual ones with actual skill animation stuff, I think. But yeah, we have a little bit of Shiroko Terra, we have a little bit of Hoshino right there. Hiyori got a massive upgrade. Did she massive upgrade how? She's massive to begin with, but I guess she got a massive upgrade as far as appeal, character appeal, I think. That's what I'm getting. And I can only wish you good luck with this banner. Shiroko Terra. Oh my gosh, Mika? Is Mika gonna come out in a different banner before then? Or is that the nearest banner we're gonna get Mika in? Because I have no idea. Anyway, so speaking of Hiyori, we gotta talk about Hiyori.
こんな格好ですが大丈夫でしょうか。
So we actually do have a little bit of a skill demo here from the stream, apparently. And she becomes a striker this time around. Not exactly sure what the whole cutscene there with her. Oh, what is it? It's like a shooting gallery kind of thing. Okay, so it's a shooting gallery kind of cutscene. Got you. I don't think they showed the live 2D. Let me double check. Did they show the live 2D here? They did not. They did not. Wait. Ah, wait, hold up. Okay, we got to go back to a different one. First fest ever with 3 characters and 2 new characters. Okay, we got to go back to this one. We got to talk about Hiyori's live 2D just a second. Right, let's see. Okay, it's a little bit hard to see from this angle. So let me see if I can find it elsewhere, because I'm pretty sure we can. There's definitely stuff there to point out, and I think you know what I'm talking about. But we gotta see if I can even find the darn thing. Hiyori. I thought it was gonna be in that one. Okay, this is as good as it's gonna get. Probably as good as it needs to be. Let's see. Okay. Let's look at Hiyori's swimsuit just a second. You thought it was pretty good from the front? Look over here from the side profile. I don't think we need to talk about her top a little bit. You see this little bit down here that's peeking that you don't see normally? What the heck? What the heck? I think she picked a swimsuit that's a little bit too small for her size, but yeah, it's and that's gonna be on your lobby. Wow. The North Hemispheres. I don't know if that's the North Hemisphere or the South Hemisphere. Hiyori always getting crazy live 2Ds. Isn't this just her second one though? What's her other live 2D? I don't think I've seen it. I don't know what her original live 2D was. But I just have to say empty wallet again. Yes, that's probably gonna happen for some people if they're pulling solely for this. Otherwise, yeah, it's that's really all I wanted to point out. That's really all I wanted to point out with Hiyori. Otherwise, her actual outfit seems to be on the, I wouldn't say tame necessarily, but it's normal, right? It's a normal look. Essentially, and it's just that because she's not in her full combat gear, you just see how big she is. Yeah, the swimsuits tend to do that anyway. Anyway.
先生、笑って。
And Atsuko looking as lovely as ever. As lovely as ever. I don't think I've seen her live 2D though, but it's probably not too different. I do have to wonder about Arias. Like, how are they able to go to the beach? Aren't they kind of broke? Aren't they kind of broke just like the rabbit team? Am I mistaken about that or not? But yeah, Hime is cute. I'm glad we get her for free at least. And doubly better if you actually have salary to pair her up with, because you know they always have to they have to be together. Even worse than the Rabbit team as far as financial stuff. I mean, you're probably not wrong. I'm trying to look for the live 2D for Hime, and for some reason I'm not finding that because everyone else is a little bit. I guess there isn't one. It's no, I don't. Well, maybe there is one. It's just not being pointed out. Though everyone is pointing out the underboob that Hiyori has. Yeah, yeah, that one. That one. But I'm not seeing anything about Atsuko, sadly. Oh well. They're still wanted criminals, but they have time to go to the beach, and they have time to at least Saori has a little time to do the DJ stuff, which is funny considering they're supposed to be on the run. So how does this work out? Speaking of,
ステージの時間には間に合いそうだ。
now technically the banner says it's her swimsuit outfit, but there is no actual swimsuit here. She's just there on the stage, basically. I don't think even her live 2D shows a swimsuit. But she may very well have a swimsuit under there, we just can't really see it. At least I don't think so. You think it's a swimsuit with shorts? I mean, it looks more like a tank top with shorts to me. That's beside the point, though. I feel like that's beside the point. Let me see if I can find a... well, this is as close as we can get, I feel like. I feel like this is as close as we can get. Let's see. Doot, right there. Wait, there was a jiggle? I don't think I noticed a jiggle. I think there might be other places where they do show the live 2D for... Sorry, we'll probably get clearer shots in the next few days on YouTube somewhere. But... I thought she was just helping out in the stage. I didn't realize she was actually, you know, doing actual DJ work from what it seems like. That was a little bit of a surprise to me personally. And she still seems to be a striker despite that. Are the live 2Ds in the PV? I think they were in the PV. Now that you mention it, let me double check where that is. That might make much more sense to scroll back through the PV. See, I think it might have been this one. Yeah, we got Hoshino here. We'll get to her when we get to her. So we got DJ Saori over here. And where is the live 2D? There's the live 2D. So this is, I assume, the after show. And she's got a can of something. She's got a can of something over here. I didn't realize that until I took a little peek, a little closer look at this. But no, I'm not seeing a swimsuit per se. But it is like a thing people would wear in the beach if they don't want to actually swim. And then we have Hime over here with not just one, but two different pictures, it seems. But I don't think we have an actual live 2D of Hime, though. It's just this. Yeah, I think it's just this, actually. So I'm not sure which one we're going to be seeing in the lobby. I'm assuming it's this one up top. The top one seems to be more live 2D-ish than this one. I don't know what the bottom one is going to be like. And then we have, of course, we got Hiyori over here. Got Hiyori with this, which we saw in full detail already. So that's something. That's something. I'm pretty sure I also have seen... Might be part of the event. Oh, there's the other one I wanted to share. There's the one I saw. I'm not sure if this loop was ever shown anywhere else. But it seems like this might be a furniture that you can actually get for your cafe from the looks of it. And I do not know how you're supposed to fit this in your cafe. The cafe is pretty big. Let's not get that wrong. But it is also a gigantic piece of furniture that looks like it takes up a lot of space. But hey, you can at least have Saori DJing inside the cafe whenever that does come up, though. So that'd be kind of fun. I wonder if anyone else would join her up here on the stage too, or if is it just her? It is gigantic. Look at that compared to the other stuff that's around here. With there's the little bit of the dessert table. There's a dessert table right here, and those are pretty small to begin with. But this is huge. It's gigantic. It is cafe for this has to be the biggest cafe furniture though. All the other cafe furnitures don't seem to be this big or even half this big at all. I can't think of one that's anywhere near this size. But that's it's the closest you'll get to actually seeing her in like performing in the event itself. One of these days, I hope they add actual like chibi animation to the events, but that's probably too high budget for that. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking anyway. Let's see. What do we have here? Oh, right. Hoshino. So, Hoshino Prime, Hoshino Tactical, whichever one you want to go with. I did take a little look at this earlier. I was kind of blown away. Basically, no chill Hoshino, which I guess she still has a little bit of chill in her live 2D over here, but no chill Hoshino is a different beast altogether. Add responsibility to Shiroko's L2D. Can you handle 24-hour responsibility? I don't know if I can personally. Wait, why is it like pure silence in this part? I'm assuming someone was talking and someone just didn't cut this part. Okay. So I assume, all right, so we got like 2 skill sets in this particular one. I'm assuming one of them, this is a defensive skill set. There's a switching thing here. But I guess you have to, oh, you choose. And this is the offensive one. Note the packed up shield in the offensive version, and note the unpacked shield in the offensive and the defensive version. Otherwise, I think the base sprite looks more or less the same. It's just shield position, hand position is a little bit different. Shiroko and Hoshino are gonna be really, really good. Yeah, imagine both of them in the same team. I think that would be insane. They do have... Okay, here we go. The actual skill animations. The defensive one, I can't really tell what this is supposed to do, but oh no, here we go. There's the shield. I'm assuming it's a stronger shield than she usually gets. Plus a little bit of an attack up. Holy crap, did you see that? Basically dead. If they weren't dead... Oh, okay. I think she has a little bit of a... What was that? What was that steam at the end there? Hold on, just a second. There was a little bit of steam going on at that part. Oh, it looks like a... Oh, that's a smoke bomb. Smoke grenade? Was that a smoke grenade? I think there was a little bit of a smoke grenade there at the end, which was... different. Yeah, so it was a smoke grenade. So I'm assuming just by looking at that, there might be some evasion. Hold up. I'm trying to... Okay, I can't read kanji too well. Attacks one target. I'm not seeing anything here about evasion. Not that I could tell. Oh, maybe this part over here. Maybe this part over here in this long description has something about evasion because it says something about the EX skill. No idea. Well, we'll get details about that later. Let's look at that again. We need more of these kinds of skill cut-ins. The ones that go really hard. I mean, I know everyone gets them, but that one goes super hard. Oh, and just notice she actually has both the handgun and the shotgun at the same time for this offensive version. Jeez. I don't know who else we would be able to get as tactical students, though. I mean, Hoshino obviously gets the tactical version. Who else would be tactical? Other than Valkyrie. Because I assume Valkyrie would be able to have tactical gear if they had the budget for it. They are quite long. I mean, you do have that option of only playing it once per day. So, yeah, unless you're the type to play the animations every single time, you do have that option to see it once per day. You don't have to play it every single time. So it just kind of reminds you, oh yeah, this is actually really neat, right? It's actually really neat. Okay, so I guess we only Fox Squad. Oh yeah, I guess Fox Squad would after they get out of jail. We gotta remember that. Like, I think for at least we get this at the end of chapter 3 technically, right? So you do have to wait until chapter 3 is done. But you do eventually get this version, and just imagine how funny it would be if you actually went back. No, I don't think you can do that. Anyway, I was thinking it would be funny to actually go back into chapter 3 and actually use this Hoshino, but I forget you have to use story comps unless Sensei brings out the what do you call this? Unless Sensei brings out the credit card, which at that point it will be funny. Okay, it will be funny if you go back into Volume F and both use Hoshino Prime and Shiroko Terror on Shiroko Terror. That would be doubly hilarious. I don't know if you want to do that, but it's just hilarious in my head. Maybe Asuza? I don't actually remember seeing what Asuza's cut-in looks like, or what she does. Oh no, Asuza with tactical gear. The only tactical gear I can think of Asuza wearing is a gas mask. Other than that, I guess she also had some tactical gear when she first showed up in Trinity before, which she doesn't use anymore. So there's that. Still need to get New Year's Fuka and Nagisa to come out before 3.5. Wait, is there no New Year's Fuka? Or are you saying they need a rerun of New Year's Fuka? Nagisa, I'm actually surprised Nagisa doesn't have an alt at this point. Though I assume Nagisa's a fairly recent addition. I say recent, but I'm not sure how recent she actually is. There's a Nagi and Toki banner rerun, but they only will get it before end of service. Same thing with Seiya, right? They're getting a rerun before 3.5. Okay. All right. So the last PV for today. Maybe it's not the last PV we'll look at, but the last PV for now.
ありがとう、先生。これからもよろしく。
So in this case, it seems like she has a few... Well, okay. What the heck is going on here? The heck? What was that about? Okay, so it doesn't seem like she has all the skills that she used as a boss, but she at least has her missile still, and she has her grenade from the cycling thing. But what the heck is this? Hold up. Back up, back up, back up, back up. This thing. This thing, what the heck is this? The Halo is, I think, mostly healed, actually. Is it actually a fully healed? Let's see. It is mostly healed compared to what it was before. So that's great. It's not all the way there. And even if it does get fully healed, I don't think she would, revert back to other Shiroko. I don't think the world can handle 2 Shirokos. It can handle 1 adult Shiroko and it can handle 1 younger Shiroko. But I don't think it can handle 2 Shirokos of the same age. I just don't think that's possible. Shiroko Terra's EX animation is cool. Her EX literally opened the Shirim chest. Yeah, I guess technically that is what we see, right? On our end. But it's kind of funny. She also gets this a little extra chibi icon on this version, right? And she gets the power up from there, right? She gets actually a little power up from there. So I guess this is technically what we're doing whenever we issue orders to students and stuff like that. And it seems like what that does is it kind of brings out the drone, and it hovers around a little bit before it disappears eventually, is what it seems like. The true question, can Sensei handle 2 Shirokos? Is this how Sensei sees things? Okay, can Sensei handle 2 Shirokos? I want to say it would be difficult. Now the question is, well, here's the thing with one of the Shirokos, right? One of the Shirokos is still in school, and she is basically just roaming around and doing her usual Shiroko stuff, including possibly denying Sensei's human rights. Now, the other Shiroko is just basically roaming around until she shows up again again later in the story. I guess we don't have to hide the fact that she shows up in the Abydos chapter again, but she shows up there, and assuming she doesn't fully join Abydos, I think Sensei is safe technically, though no one still will. Whether she joins Abydos or not, no one will be able to stop her. And if both her and younger self, other alternate self, I suppose, join together, I suppose Sensei is truly lost. Sensei is just plain gone. You can even see the EX skill name banner on the left of the animation. Is it? Oh, I guess it does. Hold up. Oh yeah, so it does show the banner here. It doesn't show the skill name. It just shows a little text as if it was on our screen. Huh, interesting. Technically the strongest student at the moment. I do wonder though, if you put them together in PvP, who would beat who? Mika or Shiroko Terror? I think meta-wise, maybe still Mika would beat her, but canon-wise, I don't know. Mika's still kind of strong canon-wise, even without the gun and the tenacity. So, yeah, that's a little bit tough. It is kind of funny that we do get an extra chibi for her. It's like this is not the chibi we have on our screen, and it doesn't actually show it here for some reason. I wonder if there's a no UI version that we can use. I know there's the test version, but still. it's I wonder if there would be like a no UI version, but the UI shows this. If you already think about it, Shiroko probably already defeated the other students in her timeline. This is also true. Now that you mention it, true. So canonically speaking, yes. Okay, so just for that, she would technically be the strongest. Mika is strong but doesn't have near the same amount of experience as Big Shiroko. This is also true. This is also true. Big Shiroko would know everyone's tricks, basically. She has weaknesses on everyone. If not just the banks, maybe also everyone by this point. Now, I kind of wish that she also had all the other skills, but maybe she doesn't have to use it here. Or maybe she chooses not to use it. I don't know. But you do know what this means though. That you do know what this means because we have Shiroko Terror now. The possibility of Shiroko Terror alt is pretty high. Think about it. Next summer, Shiroko summer. Yeah. Think about that. Think about that for a bit. I don't know if that's overkill, but it's possible. It's possible. Hey, LULdog, welcome. Shiroko Terror swimsuit, as if she needs it, but okay. Here's the thing about her swimsuit version. Let's just think about this a little bit. Is she gonna be using the same swimsuit as our Shiroko, the same competition one piece, or is she actually going to be using, you know, a more casual swimsuit like everyone else? Just imagine what that would be. I feel like that would be overkill, but what do I know? Shiroko Terror in parentheses, and then another parentheses swimsuit. They should have given her a nickname instead of Terror. Yeah, it kind of is. I like to call her Big Shiroko, and I should just keep calling her Big Shiroko at this point. You know, or you know, like I think some people also call her Kuroko, but I don't. It doesn't roll off the tongue as well. But there's also a lot of stuff in Blue Archive that doesn't roll off the tongue very well. So, what am I? Who am I to say? Don't let Kuroko near Hanako. Why? What would Hanako do to Kuroko? I'm pretty sure Hanako can't do anything to influence Big Shiroko just because that's kind of not her thing. That's kind of not her thing. The only way you can really sway her is with apparently bikes and workouts and bank robberies, especially that last one, which the only other person who shares that same hobby is basically our Shiroko. And I don't know. I don't and maybe the Sukebans and the Helmet Gang. I have no idea. Hanako will find a way. Let's see. I was thinking like, is there another outfit for Hanako? Yes, there is a swimsuit outfit for Hanako, which I wish I have, but I do not. Oh, you know who we don't have swimsuit outfits for is the rest. No, Hanako has one. Hanako has one. Koharu has one. Hifumi has one. I don't think Asuza has one. I don't think Asuza has a swimsuit out, does she? We can check out the dev talk. How far into the stream is the dev talk? Because she does, but it's not usable. I should make that clear. Is Asuza's swimsuit usable or not? Is it playable is what I mean. Problem Solver 68 swimsuit is due. They get the New Year's, but they don't get the oh, she is playable? Really? For some reason I thought she wasn't. Let me double check. What does it actually look like? Asuza. It is limited. Okay. And the search here is taking forever and a half. Azusa swimsuit. Support. Interesting they went with support on that one. Oh, I guess it is. Oh yeah, I have seen this. Excuse me. I guess I have seen this. For some reason it didn't register in my head that it was actually playable. Okay, where do we go to see the dev stuff? Is it in... I'm gonna hide this so you don't see all my recommendations here. All my normie videos that I watch, as well as non-normie videos that I also do watch. EN channel? Oh, it's in the EN channel? Let's see. Blue Archive. EN. Global. Hello, Dizpan. Welcome. We were just talking about the thing. Yeah, which one are we talking about? I don't think there's one that appeared recently. I think there's one that appeared recently. Rabbits and Fox Squad, the latest one? Oh, you mean the 29-minute one? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do that on stream. That's a little bit long for what we're trying to do today. I will probably, since you reminded me, I'll probably watch that after we're done today, though. And I'll give you my thoughts when we actually come back on Tuesday for that one. So that's my homework. Watch this particular dev talk. But I think it would be better if they actually release the event that they're talking about here before I watch it, because apparently there's about the not swimsuit, though I guess it's a swimsuit summer event for the Rabbit Squad. So yeah, let's see. There were a few other things I found on Twitter I kind of wanted to share. Among many other things, more Seiya Salt. Seiya not playable yet again. Seiya crying, wishing she at least became playable. I mean, Shiroko Terror became playable after how long? Actually, when was Volume F? When did Volume F finish in JP? Now that I'm thinking about it. 1 year ago? Was it 1 year ago? Dizzy woke up to DJ Sorry. He's a happy camper. Sukuban boss mob to match Rabu and Arata. Wait, who is Arata? I don't think I know who Arata is. A year and a couple of months. Okay, so it did take a little bit of time before Shiroko Terror, Big Shiroko came up. Well, I don't... So about Shiroko, Big Shiroko being playable before Seiya isn't really that... Oh, Arata's in Volume 5. Okay, I'll wait until Volume 5 to look her up then. I don't think Big Shiroko being playable is that much a surprise, especially after what happened in the recent Abydos chapter. It's not that much of a stretch, but yes, you are right. It's a little bit unexpected. You wouldn't think they would make her playable just because she showed up again after so long. I think what's even more a surprise, though, that they also made this Hoshino playable, right? They also made this Hoshino playable, despite what happened at the end of chapter 3 in Abydos. If you really think about it, that's I think that's the bigger surprise, other than Big Shiroko. Like Big Shiroko, fine. We were secretly hoping that was going to come anyway. And I guess also at the same time, we were also secretly hoping for this version of Hoshino to come up eventually, because it does look like you can use it. But the context when it would actually become available is, no one knew. And it's still surprising that they still made it available despite what happened. Meaning, are we gonna be able to get a Shiroko Terror version eventually also? Or is Shiroko Terror not going to be playable at all? Not Shiroko Terror. Is Hoshino Terror not going to be playable at all? That does beg the question: Is Hoshino Terror going to be eventually playable? And I guess we'll just have to see 1 year from now, because that's probably how long it's going to take before that happens. And eventually, we're probably going to get a full team of Terror versions, including probably Aris Terror, though I don't know it would be if you would call it Aris Terror or Final Boss Aris, because I'm still waiting for that. As much as it's a route that we don't really want to go into, I still want to see Final Boss Aris. I want to see what that's like. So yeah. 2 more for a full team of terrors. Depends on the story if Hoshino can control her terror form or not. Yeah, I mean, from all, we can probably accurately assume that her first transformation is involuntary. Whether or not she can actually use it properly, or actually it's not supposed to be triggered at all, has yet to be seen. However, if terror versions eventually become a meta or the norm here in Blue Archive eventually, I don't know what that says. I don't know what that says. Either it's a meta shift or something else. Haven't read the story, so it's all just a guess, but Hoshin doesn't really look like she has control over her terraform. No, she does. It doesn't seem like she does. I'm pretty sure she went out of control. Asuke would be interesting and may dive into who the nameless gods and priests are. There is a fan-made Terror Aru that's very cool. Yes, I have seen Aru Terror, and we also have played Aru Terror's not supposed, but at least a fan-made Aru Terror theme song last week when we did the music showcase, actually. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. Check out the playlist that is in that description, because everything that we played is in there. You can also check out the actual stream too if you want to. Think just Shiroko is enough? More would be a problem? I do think it would be a huge problem if there were more, but I can also see the argument that it could happen. Let's just hope it's not going to be an actual thing. Yeah, well, the thing, okay, so how many, I guess if you're trying to, I guess if you're planning the worst case scenario, right, you would have to save up 200 rolls equivalent for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters, and you get free Atsuko. 5 times 2, 120. Wait, what is that math actually? What is that math? 120 times 200 times 5. Yeah, that's 120,000. That's quite a bit. I mean, I'm assuming part of this also is going to be some 10-roll tickets. So if you don't tap into some of those 10-roll tickets, you should be fine for the most part. But keep in mind, only a few of them are limited. So it's probably actually less than that. And the rest should be in the regular banner, hopefully, but definitely at least for the limited, right? There could be a chance that we as Sensei might go into an alt timeline to save the students there. Oh, that's a thought. That's a thought. Hopefully after we introduce all the schools, because we still have Gehenna to go through. Let's keep that in mind. We still have Gehenna to go through. We might also have to go through Red Winter, though I feel like Red Winter doesn't have much of a story to tell, if I'm being perfectly honest about that. They're just kind of there. But if Red Winter has a more serious story going on there, I would like to know how that actually, plays out. Because I don't see anything happening there except coup after coup after coup. Now the other two schools I'm mostly curious about is the train school and the ship school. Which one's a ship school? That's is an Odyssey reference. I forgot what. Which one is Wild Hunt? Right, I forgot about Shanghai Jin. Right, we still have Shanghai Jin. They have a lot of material they can do. They have a lot of material they can do, which makes me wonder what Volume F Part 2 is going to look like if they still have so much stuff that they can go through. Wild Hunt is an art school? Wild Hunt appears a bit after the band event. Huh. Which one is the boat school? I keep forgetting. Yeah, Train Academy is the Highlander school, right? Which makes me wonder how they actually do classes, because everything is on the rails basically. Odyssey Maritime School, thank you. I knew it was an Odyssey reference. I didn't think Odyssey was actually part of the name. I did not think it was actually part of the name. Anyway, the only way Seiya is gonna get into any banner is if she impersonates people like Hoshino here. Tactical Seiya with the with the shield somehow, or a copy of a shield made by Millennium maybe, and or completely changing the banner altogether. Look at this. Seiya gets an upgrade. No one's ever gonna know. No one's ever gonna know that it's it's kind of partly cut off. You get the point though. You get the point. Seiya Terror. We already have Seiya Terror in the background over here. There's Seiya Terror right there. What else did I have? Oh yeah, there it is. By the way, everything I show on stream, I guess minus the PV videos, the music from the beginning and ending for this stream, as well as the pictures, you're gonna see all that in the description after the stream is over, so you can check them out for yourself. Announces a member of the Tea Party coming to 3.5 anniversary banner. Next and last a little, as it's a Mika rerun banner. Did they actually tease a tea party banner? Because if they did, that's kind of mean. That would actually be kind of mean. Also, let's say our prayers is not the word I should be thinking about, but rip to Misaki. Is it Misaki? Crap. What? Is it Misaki? I'm pretty sure it's Misaki. Yep. Okay. Rip to Misaki by not being included because Nexen wanted to save another swimsuit for the next year, which, by the way, is funny they did this because with Valkyrie they made everyone available, right? They made everyone in Valkyrie available. They made Kana available. They made Fubuki available. They also made Kirino available. Like, what the heck? And they couldn't do the same for Arias? Valkyrie has only 3 known students. They added a new one. She's gonna be next eventually. Hankyaku Academy has unresolved storyline. Right. I mean well, I think there's a okay. I do have a awareness of a character named Shuro. I don't know if they show up in volume 5, but I am also aware I think they show up in a previous event that I have no background about. I just know Shiro's a little bit crazy. That's really about it. But I don't know anything else about her. So yeah. Maybe if that thread hasn't been resolved yet, then maybe it's gonna show up eventually. Let's see, maybe the next rerun Rabu will be playable. You can only hope. I'm still very curious about the new... Okay, we already showed this one. I'm curious about this girl, though. Now it seems like she has something over here. It's probably not a shotgun. That's way too big for a shotgun. It's probably a machine gun from the looks of it. But again, she probably doesn't even need it. Look at the muscles on this girl. I mean, this is the anime PV, so it's a little bit less detailed. But if we go back to this, if we go back to the actual event PV, you can see how much more defined on it. You can grate cheese on those abs. You can grind meat on those abs. If anyone gets that reference, kudos to you. I kind of forgot where that came from. Probably something that I've seen a long time ago. Does forehead look smaller in the PV? Let's double check that. Oh my, you can grate meat on those abs. It does look smaller, but that's also the angle. The angle is coming from below. Yeah, it was Dragon Ball Bridge. I knew it was something like that. So I'm assuming she's gonna be the boss, possibly, or at least one of the bosses in this event. So that's gonna be interesting to see when it does roll up. So, oh. Well, I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge and Dragon Ball Bridge might be the same people. I'm not exactly sure, but definitely Dragon Ball Bridge. Pretty sure Frieza said that when Super Saiyan Goku first showed up. I think that's when it happened. I could be wrong. It's been a very long time since I watched it last. Anyway, that's really all I have as far as the PV. Is there anything you guys want to point out regarding the PV stuff? Because I'm just kind of blown away by everything we've seen so far. The banner itself is very interesting. Like, you have two separate banners, right? You have the Arius banner, and then you have the Abydos banner. We'll just call it the Abydos banner because Shiroko, Big Shiroko, and Hoshino are basically Abydos. So we have the Abydos banner that no one was, I feel like, expecting at all. And we have the Arius Summer banner, which we were hoping for, and it did happen. But then we also get this over here. It's like, wait, where did this come from? Who decided to put the Sukeban in here? They had a Sukeban like that? What happened here? She probably got into too many fights, but I wouldn't be surprised also if it's kind of like a Tsurugi situation, but who knows? It may not actually be. You need to angle up your photos to be prettier. So low angle is ugly, high angle is pretty. Sukeban boss mob looking down on me. Yeah, don't you want to get stepped by her? I know a lot of people say they want to be crushed by thighs, but do you want to be crushed by those biceps? I don't know what you would do with the abs. Do you lick abs? Do you grate on abs? What do you do with abs? Keep in mind, the abs are extremely, extremely close to the under boob that is staring right in front of you. The other Sukeban over here to the left, yeah, she also has a Sarashi, but she also has no under boob. She has under boob despite being extremely muscular. I don't know what to say about that. If for anyone who doesn't know me, yes, I am also 100% a degenerate, but I keep my degeneracy in check for the most part. Just keep that in mind, okay? If it seems like it's coming out from left field, yes, I am a degenerate. I just keep it under wraps. I am in favor of the Sukeban look returning. I mean, we're still waiting for Rabu to be playable, which I'm assuming Rabu doesn't show up here, at least not in this capacity. If she does show up here, I would be surprised. I would be surprised. I think you wouldn't want to get crushed by her. Well, it depends on what her personality is like, right? It all depends on the personality. And if she is extremely rough, I think that just makes it better. I don't know about you, that just makes it better. But you would also have to we would also have to know what she's like. The art doesn't say much of anything. That we can get some. We can make some guesses based on stereotypes of this kind. I feel like she's the type to only date people who can beat her in a fight. I would not be surprised. I wonder what the Sukeban quirk will be, like Rabu's being obsessed with helmets? Oh, you know... Oh, wait. I don't know why I thought the Sukeban and the Helmet Gang were the same, when they obviously aren't. Okay. Okay. Things are starting to make sense in my head now. Okay, so Sukebans are an entire group entirely, which makes perfect sense. And then you have the Helmet Gang, which apparently Rob was the only one of the Helmet Gang who doesn't put her visor down, but she still wears the helmet. Yeah, Sukeban is the quirk. Is there another group of... Wait, no. There is the construction workers, which I assume is a separate group. And then there's another set of construction workers that is associated with the Hot Springs Club. Is there any other mobs that we don't know who has leaders for? Because I think we have Sukeban, we have Helmet Gang, we have various mob characters from other schools that actually are under, let's say, the prefect team in Gehenna, and then the Valkyrie mobs, and then is a swimsuit mob tied to Sukeban? I think they would be technically. The bunny girls, I think the bunny girls technically are their own thing, right? But we haven't seen who the head of security of the bunny girls are, so that's also a thing. PMC girls. Yes, well, I call them mercenary, but I guess technically they're PMC, but they look more like workers union kind of thing. Let me see if we have pictures of those mob characters. I don't think they're easily searchable. Party leader is Minori, but the other construction faction doesn't have one. That's what I thought. Jumpsuit merc mobs. Let's see, blue archive mob characters. See if we can find something there. We kind of have some, but not really what I'm looking for. I mean, we do have various mob characters from other schools, but they're technically friendly NPCs. I'm looking for one that I am not seeing the mercs that Aru hired a long time ago. Oh, here they are. Here they are. Courtesy of Reddit, there's actually a there is actually a thread for this. I will put it in the description later. Let me see if I can find said picture. Okay, I think it's this one. Let me grab the other window here. Not that window. This window. This window. Here we go. And so I guess technically, okay, that's a little bit too big. Can I shrink you a little bit so we can fit you on the screen? Okay, there we go. So I guess technically they have the same outfit as Minori from the Labor Party, but I don't think technically the ones that Aru hired are Labor Party people. Though it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to say that they were. It's basically the same outfit. It's basically the same helmet anyway. Part-time construction worker girls, PMC. I was thinking about Kaiser girls. Yeah, when you said PMC, my thought went there first. But then again, okay, yeah, right. These are the ones I'm thinking of. I would put it past Red Winter Labor Party mobs to go outside their jurisdiction to find work. Here's something this might be answered in an event that we have yet to do, because I haven't done any Red Winter related stuff yet. Is the Labor Party actually looking for, I mean, I guess they're looking for less work and more pudding rations, but would they actually go out? No, crap, everything I'm trying to say, it's countered by stuff that's already happened. Would they go out of Red Winter? Yes, they did. They went into the freaking General Student Council building just last stream too. They go everywhere to anyone who would listen to them. They appeared in Millennium Sports Festival. I did not know this one because I didn't do that one yet. They look for work, but Minori is the one in charge. Their job is to do work. Hence Labor Party, not just Red Winter related stuff. Okay, so they could be part of Red Winters, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything. I'm just trying to think, wait, do they have a leader? I guess they might have a leader. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much their leader right there. So I'm looking at Sukeban swimsuit. Sukeban swimsuit is basically the same thing as regular Sukeban, just in swimsuit. And various mob characters, the Morio mob characters apparently. I think that's self-explanatory on who their leaders are and stuff like that. And the Hot Spring mob characters, I think that's also explanatory on who their leader is. Other than that, there's really not a whole lot more mob characters that you can just make up leaders for. I think the Sukeban one is the last major one, unless they introduce someone else. If they actually start introducing the Yankee characters from the anime, then maybe we would actually have other male characters in the game, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. At least not to my knowledge, I don't see that happening anytime soon. I just realized how stupid that sounded. Their job is to do work, even though they're literally protesting for less work. Yeah. Let's see. Denounce everything, demand everything. That's basically their motto. Yankee robots were drip. It's a shame they only showed up once in the anime, but I wouldn't mind having them in the game as a regular thing every so often. I mean, we technically have the hobos / hippies. So if we can have the hobos / hippies, why can't we have the Yankees? I feel like that's a little discriminatory. But then again, they probably didn't have that thought at the time. Though I wouldn't be surprised if eventually we have a Yankee versus Sukeban kind of arc, and we have to take the Sukeban side for some reason, and that's maybe when you get this girl. I don't know. Maybe. The Hyaku mob doesn't have a boss, or do they? I mean, it said Morio mob when I looked in Reddit, so who knows. Tanuki leader. Then the Maritime School, which we haven't seen anything yet. Well, the thing about the Maritime School is they're based on the Odyssey, right? So think Odyssey, think Greek. That's probably going to be their theme. However, it's also probably going to have to be related something to World War II unless they go further back. I don't think Greeks were involved too much in World War II anyway. But you probably have to go a little bit further back. The Odyssey was real, guys. If you got that, then kudos to you. Anyway, yeah, I think the next one maybe we would have to explore is the train school, right? So the train school is still probably on the table after we're done with Abydos. I feel like that's going to be a thing. Blackbeard student would be pretty cool. I feel like that if you get a Blackbeard student, that would probably have to be related to Trinity for some reason. But Trinity is more Christianity than it is the UK, so I guess that wouldn't make too much sense. Okay, yeah, it might be over there. It might be over there. See you later, GNG. We'll catch you next time. Imagine one of the 7 prisoners is a pirate. Oh yeah, we still haven't had the rest of the 7 prisoners. I think we only got introduced to what, 2? We only have 2 of the 7 prisoners that we know about, or is it more than that? I'm not entirely sure. I feel like the broadcast school is going to be one of those schools that are not playable whatsoever. They're just there to cause trouble through the news. 3 of the 7. Okay. You guys mentioned Akira. We know about Wakumo. Who's the 3rd one? I don't know anything about 3rd one. And a Shanghai Jing one. Kai. I do not know this Kai. I'm gonna have to look them up. Kai Blue Archive. Kai Blue Archive. Kai appeared a bit at the end of an event. Another event locked character. Oh, she's interesting. I don't know if this will show up on screen, but I may as well show it just in case, so we have a visual here. Joke is Kai's Kayoko's mother. I think I have seen fan art of that. I just didn't know who this was. I thought it was just alternate adult Kayoko for some reason. But no. Okay. Interesting. Now that's yeah, so I'm not sure how long ago this happened. She looks like she could be an adult. She looks definitely adult-ish, but you know, that doesn't mean anything in Kivotos, unless you're Shun. That's an exception. Maybe even Big Shiroko. Maybe that's the other exception. So we still have the rest of the criminals to show up, so they could still do stuff with that. Yeah. Basically, Saya on steroids. She was the Alchemy Club's previous president and Saya's senpai. I'm guessing she has very shady drugs that she sells or uses, even shadier than Saya, which might make a lot of sense on why she's one of the prisoners. No ethics whatsoever. No ethics whatsoever. Anyway, so I think that's pretty much it as far as the 3.5. I think we're pretty much at the consensus that everything is pretty hype and we have to wait so long for it. Yeah. Did they announce anything like system-wise, or is it just basically here's a new banner and Big Shiroko and Hoshino are new Hoshino are playable now? Was there anything else that they mentioned? Because that's really the only thing that caught my attention. But other than that, I don't think I noticed anyone else talking about anything. Kai is Walter White only if she has cancer. Walter White at least has the excuse of cancer to do what the things he was doing. Otherwise, she's just a criminal. Few quality of life updates. Tier 5 equipment getting a buff in drop rates. Just tier 5? Because I feel like drop rates in general are pretty low. But then again, that's nothing new. But if you do get max level, it's kind of a moot point because you can just exchange for blueprints anyway. So event minigame is interesting. I don't think I saw anything about an event minigame. Let me see if I can find something about that. Let's see. Blue Archive. How would I even find this? Blue Archive mini game. Let me see if I can find it on YouTube. I don't think I've seen anything about it. This was 11 months ago. There's a different thing, but where is it? Nope, I am not seeing it. I may have to go back into the stream to find that, because I'm seeing zero mention of it anywhere. All right. If we oh wait, I see a different mini game that oh wait, no, that's not a mini game. That's literally part of Aris' skill. That's literally part of a made Aris' skill that I'm seeing. Crap. Got a little too excited there. Speaking of minigame, is the Hina room thing part of the event coming up? Or is that something else? Because if it is coming up... Oh, it is coming up! Do you have to wait actual days for that to do that? Or can you do that, you know, all in one go? Because I think it's like broken up into days or something like that. You control Hina moving around. Yeah, I saw that. I'm actually pretty excited about that one. Because Not sure. I did it on the last day. Welp. I guess. All right. So the plan is to still to still do the event on Tuesday, which we will plan for. But if for some reason we get blocked due to time gating on the event, we may have to switch plans really quick during that stream. But that's only if we get time gated. Because I know when I tried to do the Decagrammaton event on stream, which honestly there wasn't a whole lot of story to go on, but that was 100% time gated when I had to like start all the way from the beginning. Other than that, I hope it's not a similar thing, because that would be super awkward. That would be super awkward to stream. And yeah, only the challenge stage is time gated. Nah, we don't have to worry about that. From what I remember, you have to do that mini game because it locks the main story of the event. That's fine, as long as the story portion of the event isn't time gated itself by, let's say, resources that you have to collect. Then I think we'll be okay. I just don't want it to be another Decagrammaton situation, because you literally have to wait. You literally have to farm days to be able to unlock everything on it. The event is actually pretty long. If we have to split up in 2 parts, then we'll split up in 2 parts. I got no problem with that. Which just means we just push the story stuff to not to next week in that case. So yeah. Anyway, we'll see what happens on Tuesday as far as that's concerned. If for some reason we get time gated, we'll maybe do some Momo talks at the end or something. Other than that, I think that's it for stream today. That was I guess a pretty decent review of everything. And I hope you're excited for when it finally comes in 6 months. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. So thanks for dropping by, everyone, for this impromptu Blue Archive stream. Like I said, I wasn't expecting to do this because I didn't realize that there was going to be something interesting to that I didn't realize that there was going to be something big when I woke up this morning, but apparently it was. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Well, close out with this. Goodbye.